Hello everyone, my name is Yuhan. I'm a PhD candidate at UMD's iSchool. Today I'll be presenting this work, FoodScrap, Promoting Rich Data Capture and Reflective Food Journaling Through Speech Input. This work is in collaboration with Dr. Young-Ho Kim, Dr. Bongshin Lee, Dr. Naeemul Hassan, and Dr. Kyoung Choe. Food journaling is not something new in these days. It has become a prevalent approach for us to collect our food intake, gain awareness on their diet, and make informed food decisions. There are multiple ways to practice food journaling. For example, we can use text, barcode, and photos. Additionally, researchers have made a great effort in developing automated systems to capture our eating episodes, such as using proximity sensors and microphone. While this approach is mainly focusing on capturing food items, calories, and nutrients, food journaling is more than that. In dietary assessment, details such as condiments and preparation method are important information for nutritionists to assess patients' food intake. Researchers also find that capturing eating context such as time, social environment, and feeling about food can promote situated reflection on one's eating behavior. In food science research, understand food decision-making is important for developing personalized diet and promote mindful eating habits. Therefore, researchers often rely on surveys and interviews to capture people's food decision-making in different scenarios in a retrospective manner. So, how can we capture this important information more efficiently? Using automated approaches, it is difficult to capture all the details. But manual approaches such as typing requires too much input burden. So how about speech input? This idea is partly motivated by the growing uptake of speech interaction in our daily life. It has shown that 1 in 5 US adults has adopted speech-based searching on their mobile device. Half of the Americans use digital voice assistant, and half of the consumers will adopt voice shopping by the end of 2022. More importantly, we see the potential of speech input for facilitating data capture in two aspects. First, we speak faster than we type, so speech input can lower the data capture burden. Second, we tend to be more expressive when they talk, so that speech input can help collect rich details that might be overlooked in other manual tracking approaches. But speech input is not perfect. It's difficult to edit the data on the fly and often comes with privacy concerns. Although theoretically we know the pros and cons of speech input, little research has actually examined how speech input can be helpful in self-tracking contexts, especially for capturing unstructured self-tracking data such as food practice. In this slide, we're interested to answer this research question: how can speech input support collecting food practice regarding data richness and data capture burden? Leveraging OmniTrack Research, an open-source research platform, we created FoodScrap, a speech-enabled food journaling app that captures everyday food practice. The app first asks people to log their meal type, eating duration, and food photos so that it can remember details later after eating. We drew from previous food science literature to design a set of guided prompts. The purpose is to uncover the food details and the multifaceted dimension of food decision-making. The guided prompts ask people to describe their food components, preparation method, food decisions regarding why they eat at a certain time, why they choose specific food, when they made the food decisions, and why they ate certain amounts of food. With FoodScrap, we conducted a 1-week remote data collection study with 11 participants from diverse food cultures. Our participants also had specific eating goals such as losing weight, reducing sugar intake, or developing mindful eating habits. At the end of the study, we measured participants' perceived data capture burden using user burden scale and did a debriefing interview to understand their overall experience. Here I'm covering some interesting findings from the study. If you are interested in knowing more, please refer to our this paper. Throughout the 7 days, we collected 275 journal entries, including 200 main meals, 47 snacks, and 28 skipped meals. In average, Participants spend more than 2 minutes describing their main meals and snacks, and less than 1 minute describing their skipped meals. This is because for skipped meals, they don't need to answer the same questions as for main meals and snack. In addition, each main meal and snack entry included over 140 words. Our participants provided rich details regarding food components, such as dish name, ingredient types, items, sauce, and spice, and exaggerate. They also described the preparation types, such as toast, bake, and steam, and detailed preparation methods, including the steps. Additionally, they would provide contextual information such as the weather and taste of the food. For example, in this transcribed entry from P8, she mentioned the dish name, the focaccia bread of her breakfast, together with all the detailed ingredients that she used to cook this food. And she mentioned about the spice and sauce such as olive oil, ranch dressing. And then she talked about the preparation type and additional contextual information regarding her experience related to baking during the COVID period. As for food decisions, we find 74% response were elaborated beyond what we asked, with additional explanations and examples, often by describing the eating moment, explaining the eating strategy, and self-assessment. For example, in this entry from P4 answering why she ate the snacks, she described the eating moment regarding the food access, saying that they were lying in front of me and calling my name. In another example, P7 made some judgment on his previous meals, saying that they were junk food, and decided to seek for something healthier with fresh veggies, which kind of reflected his eating strategy related to health belief. Moving to data capture burden, the results from the user burden scale shows that the data capture burden was relatively low, and our participants acknowledged this during the debriefing interview, saying that speech input was easy and convenient. Specifically, P7 highlighted that if he were to type the exact same information in text entry, he would barely make a sentence or two. However, participants brought several limitations of speech input, including re-recording effort, which happened during the moment when they lose their train of thoughts and had to start over the entire recording. Sometimes speech input would cost extra mental load because there's no visual feedback, and participants has to be extremely focused on what they were talking about. Social constraints sometimes influence participants' ability to use speech input. For example, they don't like to talk in front of others, and sometimes the environment was not appropriate for audio recording. Lastly, privacy concerns were brought up because participants in general believe that voice is more identifiable than text. Unexpectedly, although we deployed FoodScrap mainly as a data collection tool, participants recognized that FoodScrap encouraged their reflection during the moment of data capture. For example, even though it's purely recording without additional feedback, P10 felt like talking to someone, so she felt like more accountable to explain and think about her food decisions seriously. In another case, P9 even sort of stopped eating while thinking about her food decisions. Now I'll briefly talk about some implications for future work. To fully leverage the large amounts of speech data, we should consider how to effectively process and present the data for healthcare providers. For example, the data can be useful for dietary assessment if we can extract the different food details such as portion, condiment, and preparation method, and support customized filtering and sorting based on providers' information needs. To fully support a reflective food journaling experience, we should provide feedback on people's past eating episodes to enable reflection on action. We can present the key factors influencing their food decisions, either in text summarization or visualization, such as word cloud. Given that some of our participants did listen to their audio recordings, another opportunity would be enabling more efficient audio search. Additionally, to complement the limitations of speech input, we can leverage multiple input modality combining speech, text, and photo across different devices so that people can choose when to use which modality for what type of data. With that, I would like to end the presentation and take any questions. Thank you for listening.